Democrats, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good.
Yeah, it's just like obviously I've got the leaflet for my daughter. I get it from my daughter every week, and there's just something on here that I want to query about.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just the first thing it says make St.George's Day a public holiday.
Yeah.
I was just wondering like why that is and why that would have significance to England.
Well, I think it'd be very nice to have a public holiday on the patron saint of England's Day, don't you? They have one in Scotland, and St Andrew's Day. They have one in Northern Ireland. They have one in Ireland. They have one in Wales. They're just the ones that's there.
Okay, it's just it's the thing. It says the only reason I'm confused is because well, to my understanding, Saint George is from Syria, Palestine, which is now known as Lebanon and Turkey and things like that. He was also born to a Greek mother, and he was in the Roman army, which obviously came over and invaded. And basically, I'm seeing the only connection to England, aside from being Christian, was that we just adopted his flag.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So that's why I'm completely confused as to what significance it has to England. It's like
that's the only significance. That he happens to be the patron saint.
That is the saint.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just obviously. This is all fine. It's just obviously I'm just. Making it a public holiday. It's just because it's the way it's coming across as if it has a massive significance to like England or like some sort of like it was some.
It's just the way. I think it's the way people read into it, don't they? They read into it different ways.
Right. It's just obviously because there are a lot of people that aren't actually. It doesn't seem to be aware that he is. It's just obviously it's coming. It's just saying English and proud and things like that, but it's not really. It's not even English. It's just.
Unfortunately, it's the only patron saint we've got. We haven't got another.
Oh right, okay.
So that's the reason why we want to make it a public holiday. And do the things that's typically English. Get back to how we used to be. Our fairs on the green and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
that's fine. Typically English. That's good. It's just obviously the fact that. It's an okay manifesto. It's just some, obviously for me, it's just obviously, it's all good. Everything typically English, get everything back English. But just making a public holiday on somebody who isn't English and has actually no connection to the country and was even part of an army that invaded the place. To me, it's just a bit.
Theoretically, he slew the dragon, didn't he? St. George and the dragon. I think if a dragon appeared now, a real live one, I'd run a mile myself.
Never seen a dragon.
Yeah, the thing is with the the thing with the dragon thing, I think it was a theoretical thing because there was like back in the days they had like some sort of ritual that they have where you have to try and save a female from the well or something like that. I'm not, to be honest, off the top of my head I can't, but I don't think it was an actual real dragon. Well, there's only one other thing I want to ask you about. It's the English independence.
Yeah.
Is that what's that to? What the European Union?
Well, the English, no, not necessarily from the. We won out of Europe, like a lot of them. UKIP, people like that, so they have the same views on that we do.
Right.
At the end of the day, for us do we want to come out of Europe? Yes, we do. And we want to make England more of become England again. We want our own parliament because we haven't got one. Scotland have, Northern Ireland have, Wales have, and we haven't. And we're losing. If you like, we've got a lot of Britishness, and yes, we're part of Britain. But think about it. If Scotland pull out, then the great's gone out of Britain, hasn't it?
Yeah, but we did. It was sort of England that essentially created that, though, wasn't it? I don't know what I'm just trying to figure what the benefit would be to be independent from,
Well, let's get back to doing what we did in the past. Let's start building ships again, and let's start doing all the things that we've now lost.
Okay. This mass immigration as well is
It depends how you look at mass immigration, doesn't it? If you look at the culture secretary, Jazi Javid, he's the son of a Pakistani bus driver. So, you know, his views are pretty good. But immigrants, they need to respect the way of life. And he says that exactly the same.
Yeah.
That makes a real effort to integrate, because they're not doing that, are they? And that's mixing social and culture.
I think the only reason is
first of all, learning to speak English.
Yeah, I think the only reason it's looked upon as a bit you know, far left is obviously because if we you know, talk about mass immigration, I think in Europe it goes you know, Poland, and then Italy, and then it's Great Britain. It's because obviously for a lot of areas of Spain there is large English communities that don't know a word of Spanish either. It's just obviously the problem is that obviously it's good. It's just I think unfortunately, obviously what you guys are doing, I think you have, you know, great views on certain things. It's just obviously unfortunately you have people who jump on the bandwagon and make it seem like it's completely not what it is, because they're not really clued up as to what they're talking about. You see what I'm saying? Because I mean, no to mass immigration if we're talking asylum seekers, things like that. You know, obviously, okay, yeah, to an extent, yeah, I can agree with that. But obviously, it just seems a bit, you know, contradictive, because there's no mention of anybody. You know, there's a lot of Britons who go to, you know, Spain and things like that, and then don't bother to learn the language and live in big communities and you know, stuff like that. And in the Caribbean as well, you know, people buying beaches and things like that off people. But you know, as soon as, you know, you have someone like Mugabe who says, you know, do you know what, you know, this is how everybody get out. It's a big issue. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, but well, okay then. Thank you very much.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you for your call.
All right, bye.
Bye.